This week, we're going to tackle another project. I thought we'd upgrade the pickups to something a little bit posh. Each one of these pickups costs more than the guitar itself. No fool in their right mind would genuinely think it's a good idea. I know it's stupid, but it's fun. What can go wrong? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's make a start. Yeah. Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. So this week, I thought we'd tackle another project together. A couple of weeks ago, we did the Bullet Strat upgrade. Do you remember? Stuck a P90 in it. That went surprisingly well. So I'm encouraged by the success of that, and I'm very encouraged by the great feedback that you lot gave me on that. It seemed to go down well. That kind of thing seems to resonate with a lot of you guys. You know, you like mucking around with your guitars and watching idiots like me try and do it. So I thought we'd have another go. This week, well, look, first of all, this is the guitar we're tackling. It's the Squier Bullet Mustang. Now, if you remember this, I reviewed this ages ago. And great little guitar, fabulous little guitar. Or less than £110, I think this one was. And I've been singing its praises ever since, saying that you know, recommending this first off, if you're a beginner, get one of these. In my humble opinion, probably one of the best beginner guitars you can get. Because it's cheap, it's light, it's cool, and it's got what they call a shorter scale 24-inch scale, so it's a little bit friendlier on the finger stretching. So, and it's good enough to have for a while. You know, you're not going to be throwing it away and wanting to change it for something better until you get bitten by the guitar addiction bug, basically, and start looking at guitars as more than just things to play, really, like, you know, we all do. Works of art, things of desire, objects of desire, or whatever it is. So yeah, get one of these if you're a beginner, but also get one of these if you're not a beginner and you want a fun little guitar that you can muck around with and maybe try and make even better. Now, I like this so much, okay, I'd plan to, you know, do some modifications, but I like this so much that I bought another one. This one here, the Squier Bullet Mustang in graffiti yellow. Oh yeah, they do all sorts of colours and they're all pretty cool. I think £108, this one. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you might notice, I've got no strings on it. That's because I started this project many months back and it fell at the first hurdle, shall we say. So while I have sort of screwed the scratch plate and stuff back on, I didn't want to waste a new set of strings, so I've left those off for now. Let me tell you what the plan was then, and the plan still is now. I thought we'd upgrade the pickups to something a little bit posh, okay? I mean, the whole guitar on this is only £108, so they kind of spent a lot on the pickups, and whilst I'll happily say they sounded great in the review, and they do sound great, and you don't need to change them, I thought it'd be fun, okay? Now, listen, I thought it'd be fun to change these for a really expensive set. I say that because I know that people are going to go, why would you spend all that money on pickups on a really cheap guitar? Because it's fun, okay? And because we can. That's why we're doing it. And what we're going to put in today, a Seymour Duncan Phat Cat, humbucker-sized P90s. Each one of these pickups costs more than the guitar itself. I know it's stupid, but it's fun. Now, Last time I tried this, I'd done all this, all the preamble, you know, this is what we're doing today, blah, 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 blah. Took the scratch plate off, made a start, and they didn't fit. Because the pickups that are in the guitar haven't got covers on, these do, therefore these wouldn't fit through those holes because the holes aren't big enough. Okay, so I shelved it and did something else instead that week. This time I'm a little bit more prepared. So last week I ordered a scratch plate with covered humbucker sized holes. Got this from the same place that I got the Strat P90 pickguard from. I'll put the link in the description box because a lot of you have asked about that. So yeah, got this. They will fit. I've test fitted it and all the holes line up as well perfectly. It all, in fact, it fits. In fact, it fits. Crikey, this is hard work, isn't it? So that's what we're going to do today. Okay. Now, don't forget, timestamps in the description box. So if you're not interested in watching me, quite frankly, wrangle with some fairly complex wiring on this one, skip forward to see what it sounds like if it's finished. I'll say if it's finished. I don't know. Yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, timestamps in the description box. Skip forward if you don't want to go through this painful process with me. If, however, you've got a little bit of time on your hands, go and get a drink, come back, and let's get stuck in and see what we end up with. Let's do it. Right, so I guess the best way to tackle this project is just tackle it really, get stuck in, see what happens. Let's take it apart first. Very simple guitar to work on, great access. There you go. The control panel comes off separately to the pickup, so that bodes well. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I disconnected the wires last time. I got as far as that before I realised that I wasn't going to be able to finish it. So yeah, that's already loose. I don't need that at all now. Because I'm gonna put a new switch on. I've got a Switchcraft switch, as you can see, which I like the look of better than this PCB one. I think that I would say that's mechanical, isn't it? And that's not. Anyway, let's put that to one side. And the same with this. Little mini alpha pots. All I'm going to reuse is the jack. I'm going to take the pots off. So I've just got to desolder the earth from the bridge. So if you're going to tackle anything like this, anything with soldering, make sure you've got a fairly decent soldering iron. Mine is a 40 watt. That does the job pretty well. Lower wattage won't be as hot, I suppose. So this seems to work well. Put a little bit of solder on the tip. Make sure it's hot, obviously, first. Keep it clean. Just touch it where you want to. Desolder the earth wire there. There you go. And I'm going to desolder these as well. There you go. So now we can lose the guitar. So we'll speed through a lot of the wiring, don't worry. We'll just stop if we've got anything we need to talk about, okay? While we're doing it, let's have a listen to the Squier Bullet Mustang before the upgrades, okay? So this is what it sounds like before, and then hopefully in a bit, we'll also have an after to compare it with. Short taper pots, but they're quite long, so I've put a nut on the bottom just so that it doesn't protrude too far. See what I mean? I think that's about right, and they fit nicely. That's good news. they fit. The holes are the right size. I fitted all the new parts to the scratch plate and the control plate, and now I'm going to test fit it to the guitar. Could all go horribly wrong right now. That fits. Excellent. And that fits. So far so good. Right, so now to the complicated bit, the wiring. As I said before, it should be easy to find the wiring diagrams you want. There's loads online. But again, I had to search quite hard for this. The problem being, or the thing being, I don't know if it's a problem yet, it might be. The thing being, I'm trying to wire 2 pickups, that's what they are, isn't it? To 1 volume and 1 tone. So it's not as straightforward as you might think, because what it seems to mean is that I've got to wire the pickups to the switch. Whereas normally you'd wire the switch to the pots and then the pickups to a volume control each. But I can't do that, so I've got to wire it to the switch. Bear in mind, I only half know what I'm talking about here, okay? So I may be talking bollocks, okay? Anyway, I found a wiring diagram. Here it is on the screen. This actually is from Iron Gear pickups. So thank you guys, I hope you don't mind me borrowing this. This appears to be what I'm looking for. Their version of the Phat Cats. But I mean, any pickup sort of diagram would do the same. But this shows them wired to the switch. This is my plan, okay? Might work. I'm going to connect the pots down here to the switch over here via one of these, which is got the earth on the outside and the hot wire in the middle. That would be like that. Earth, poof, earth there, right, to there, down to the pots. And then each pickup is going to come via the earth into one of the hot connectors. There you go. I think that'll work. It's going to be a bit crowded down there, I must say. But if I bend those out a little bit more, hopefully, I think it'll work. You know, I think that as long as those earths are joined, well, there's only one way to find out. Let's make a start. Yeah. Okay, so far so good, I think. I've cracked on a little bit. All the pick guards wired, as you can see there. I think you can see that. So yeah, pickups are all grounded here to the switch, and there are the hots. I'm just going to put a bit of insulating tape just in case that touches something I don't want it to. It's not the neatest job, but I'm an amateur, you know. Just check. Yeah, there's no... That's okay, I think. I'm happy with that. Famous last words. And then here's the control plate. Grounded down to there. So what I've got to do now is just put the cap on, and then I'm going to join the two. So this will grounds to the pot there, and the hot goes to there, and then that should be it. Okay, let's do that. There you go. I put a bit of shrink wrap on that one. So I'm getting quite nervous now. Here we go. Right, so I've tidied all this up a little bit. Braided wires all touching each other from the pickups. I've checked, it's not a problem apparently at all. That's fine. That's fine for that to happen. As long as it's not shorting out anywhere there, which I hope it isn't. And hopefully this is going to pop through that channel there. So now, should be pretty straightforward. And finally, the bridge earth. Turn the soldering iron off. I'm actually quite nervous. The moment of truth. Here we go. Oh well. I have a signal. 8.54 kilo ohms. That should be that. Yes, get in. 7.96 should be that. Oh, it's only working. Oh, result. See, I told you it was easy. There you go. New witch hat knobs to fit the new Imperial spec pots, because they're metric. They won't fit. So we'll have some witch hat knobs on. I do like a witch hat knob. Right, and that's it. So let's tidy up. Put a new set of strings on. Plug it in. See what it sounds like. I can't wait. Okay, here we go. It's finished. Looks all right, doesn't it? I'm happy with that. And the good news is it still works. It's plugged into the Princeton 65 tweed 1x12, which I've been using a lot recently because I like it. It does a real thing very well. It does a few things very well, actually. I'll just show you quickly with the volume rolled off. No pedals on at the moment. Talk about them in a minute. But rolled off, it's just a... there you go. There's a little bit of clean and a little bit of dirty for you there. Let me just turn this pedal off. I quite often get comments, people saying, oh, it's just distortion. Even when I do clean stuff, okay? So I've just done clean stuff, okay? So don't comment, oh, it's all distorted, because it's not all distorted. There's some clean and there's some distortion. I like distortion. Clean's okay, but there's both already, okay? And I'm going to do some more, okay? So just a little note for you. If anyone sees in the comments today on this film, not today, whatever, forever, whenever, really, not forever, yeah, forever. These films are out there forever. Let me start again. If anyone sees someone says in the comments, it's all distorted, could you just correct them and say, no, it isn't, it's clean. We heard it. There you go. Bit more clean for you, see? There you go. There's no stopping me with the clean today. And dirty. It's all right, that. Kind of stops at about 2. So these pots are, I don't know if they're, I don't know, they might not even be real CTS pots these days. People might be faking them. Bought them on eBay. Let's see what the tone does. Nearly broke into a spontaneous jam. That's what I'm doing today, honestly. Okay, yeah, well, they're all right, these pots, but I just bought, oh no, I didn't buy them. Well, I did buy them on eBay, but I bought them from a reputable dealer. They're about £6 each. They're CTS 500k pots, and they're okay. But let's compare them to the originals, which were like the mini alpha ones. Yeah. And this is what this one sounds like, incidentally, now, still. Sounds a lot harsher to my ears straight away. Like the harmonics are all a little bit muddled. I don't think that's as good, is it? Let's try the tone. I like where that ends up with it on 0. I really like that tone. Compared to I prefer the other one on 0. It's just oh, I think you can just tweak it up and get the same. Yeah, difference there. It's interesting when you do it like that, isn't it? Because it's not a huge amount of difference. Let's try the neck pickup. Pedals, okay, I just want to mention the pedals because you saw when I was treading on those, I've got the EHX Soul Food, which is one of the cheapest but finest, you know. I think it's a clone, isn't it? It's a cheap clone, and it's brilliant, and I use it loads. In fact, I use it more than my clone KTR. Just do. And I've got this fuzz, which is a Jam pedal. Jam, the brand, they're a boutique brand. When I bought this ages ago, it's called Red Muck. It's like a red muff, Russian big muff. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I think it's like a version of a Russian big muff. And this is great. And I had it on my board. I've had it on my board at home, and I use it at home when I'm mucking around trying to work out what I'm doing and stuff. And I turned it on last night, and the guitar and the rig that I was using last night, and I got this brilliant sound out of it. I thought, oh God, I've got to bring that in and put it on the board. Of course, I'm using a completely different rig today, different guitar and different rig, so I can't get that sound, but it still sounds good. Well, that might have been it actually. There you go. It's a nice pedal. Ooh, clean. There you go. It sounded okay, didn't it? You can hear the difference, can't you? You can. Not massive margins, not as big as you might expect, but I think we can all agree the new graffiti yellow P90 high caliber bullet. I might use that as the thumbnail, I'm not sure yet. It's a bit corny, but you know, what's new? Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds good. Original bullet sounded good. A little bit harsher, I thought. You can hear the difference in the controls. Again, not massive, you know, so don't go spending 300 quid on parts expecting it to be a night and day difference, because it won't be. I don't think it'll ever be a night and day difference when you mod a guitar. But it's fun doing it, so why not, you know, why not? Of course, you know, there aren't many idiots that would want to spend 300 quid on a, I said £110, didn't I, these guitars? Actually, they were a little bit more than that. I got my sandwiches mixed up earlier. So this one here, this is the second one that I bought, cost me 139 of those English pounds. And the first one was 149 of those English pounds. Okay, you can get the cheaper ones without the competition stripe. I think they're currently listed at £135. There's a UK website listing for one. And these ones, there don't seem to be many around, but there is a graffiti yellow one on pre-order in the UK, £159. If you check Reverb, there's always a selection of used and new, as they will say, available worldwide. So I'll put a link in the description box. They're still cheap guitars. Of course, no one is really stupid enough to spend almost 300 quids on parts upgrading one of these, but it's fun, as I said, so that's why I did it, really. Yeah, it's a laugh, isn't it? And you know, you might want to do it if you get one of these and you like the look of it enough and the feel of it and how it plays enough. Maybe you want to record with it, or just muck around with it. You know, do it. Nothing to stop you, is there? The thing is, you can always take the parts out again afterwards and put them in something else. If you get a set of nice pickups like these, you know, I might try these in a Les Paul at some point. The thing is, I've got them now, and sometimes it's good, you know, if you can't afford to go and get a new guitar, go and buy some parts. They don't even have to be expensive ones like these. Get some, you know, budget pickups from eBay or Craigslist or whatever it is, and muck around and dig out an old unloved guitar from the closet or under the bed that you haven't played for a while, and muck around with it. And there's nothing to lose, really, because, as I say, you'll have the parts. So if it doesn't make that guitar better or make you love it again, put it in something else. Put them in something else and see what happens. So you know, you can't lose. You can lose the cost of the parts, but you've still got the parts. Makes sense, doesn't it? And it's fun, and that's it. And it feeds our desire to muck around with guitars, and hopefully inspires us to play them a little bit more. And that's what we love, isn't it, guys? You know, well, I assume you love this. You're still watching it. Something wrong with you if you don't, quite frankly. So that's it for this week. Another film in the bag. Another guitar experiment. Successfully completed, I think we can all agree. Against my expectations. Some tricky wiring. I tackled it. I won. Well done me. If you fancy doing something like that, you know, don't be shy. Have a go. What can go wrong? Well, that's it. That's it for this week. I'm not sure what I'm doing next week, so come back, same time, same place, and join me and find out. I look forward to it. See you then. Ta-ra for now. So there you are. That had a clean loop and some dirty stuff on the top. Well, there you go. What do you think? No, fuck it. I've got it.